Jane Seymour, Henry's third wife, came from a respectable family. Jane was described by some as either being beautiful or plain, but good-natured, intelligent, sweet, and virginal, the opposite of Henry's current wife, Anne Boleyn, which may have been one of the reasons Henry was drawn to her. In the spring of 1536, Jane was given gifts by the king, something that made her nervous. She was not raised to be a royal mistress, much less a queen, and she had no idea how to handle the situation. So in a defiant action, she flung herself on her knees in front of the messenger and told him that she could not accept this gift. It would hurt her honor, that her honor was the only thing that she had. This action is extraordinary. Jane is typically depicted as a mousy, kind but shy, very passive, meek queen of Henry's. This is a total disservice to her. She had the courage to say no to Henry. A young woman at this time would never disobey her king. Luckily for her, the king was not furious at her response, because it was becoming apparent that the king would soon need a new wife. In the hours after Anne's execution, Jane became engaged to Henry, and on May 30th, Henry and Jane were quickly married. Henry spent the summer happily in love with Jane. Jane asked Henry to reinstate Mary as a legitimate heir to the throne. Life was good for the royal family, but that would change soon enough. A rebellion broke out in the north. In a dramatic scene, Jane threw herself on her knees in front of Henry, begging him about matters of politics. He told her enough was enough. Jane realized that she was pregnant in late February 1537 and made the news public in March. Jane took to her bedchamber in late September. On the afternoon of October 9th, Jane went into labor. 3 days later, Edward was born. Henry had a son. But the celebration would not last long, because Jane was coming down with a fever. Jane died before midnight on October 24th, 12 days after her son Edward's birth. She was only 28 years old and had been queen for less than 18 months. Her death hurt Henry more than Anne or Catherine's deaths. Henry would marry 3 more times after Jane, attempting to recreate the same romance he had with her with these other women, but he would not succeed.